There's a story that's followed Socrates for over 2,000 years. One morning in ancient Athens, a man runs up to him, panting, wide-eyed, bursting with excitement. "Socrates, you won't believe what I just heard about your friend." But Socrates doesn't move. He lifts his hand calmly and says, "Before you speak, I want you to pass a little test." The man blinks, confused. "A test?" he asks. Socrates nods gently. "It's called the triple filter, and if your words can't pass through it, they're not worth saying." The man hesitates, but curiosity wins. And in that moment, he steps into something much bigger than gossip, a lesson that would echo through centuries. Socrates begins the test with a simple question. First, is what you're about to say true? The man's excitement fades. He looks down. "Well, I'm not sure. I just heard it from someone else." Socrates waits in silence. There's no blame in his face, just a kind but serious expectation. Truth, it seems, is not optional. Socrates continues. "Second, is it good?" The man shifts uncomfortably. "No, not really. It's actually kind of cruel." Socrates nods, then asks one last question. "Is it useful?" The man's face falls. "No," he mutters. "It's not." And just like that, the rumor dies, without a fight. Not with anger, not with shame, but with clarity.
This is Timeless Mind, where ancient wisdom clears modern chaos.
Today, the world doesn't run toward us once in a while. It runs at us every second, through our phones, our feeds, our endless distractions. Social media has replaced the town square, but unlike Socrates, it doesn't pause to ask, "Is it true?" We scroll, click, and share faster than we think, and that speed, it's the birthplace of anxiety. This is why Socrates' first filter, truth, matters now more than ever. It's not enough to think something is true. It's not enough to feel like it's true. You have to know, because without truth, your voice becomes an echo, and your echo becomes someone else's anxiety. Now imagine this in the workplace. Someone whispers, "Did you hear what she did in the meeting?" The bait is always the same. Drama, judgment, gossip dressed as insight. But Socrates would pause and ask, "Is it true? Is it good? Is it useful?" Most of the time, it's none of the above. And the real cost? Not just broken trust, not just lost focus. The cost is your own integrity, slipping away one sentence at a time. The second filter, goodness, isn't about being nice, it's about intent. Are your words meant to help someone improve? Or are you just venting your frustration? Real leaders don't gossip, they clarify. They redirect energy towards solutions. So next time you speak about a colleague, ask yourself, would I say this if they were standing right behind me? If not, maybe you're not speaking from truth. You're speaking from ego. In your personal life, the third filter, usefulness, might be the hardest. Because let's face it, we talk when we're tired. We rant when we're overwhelmed. We unload when we don't know what else to do. But dumping your stress on someone isn't always honest, and it's rarely useful. It might feel good in the moment, but it often leaves the other person carrying your storm. This is what Socrates understood. Words can carry weight, or they can carry wounds. Usefulness doesn't mean silence. It means speaking with intention. A thoughtful question can be more powerful than a long rant. A pause can build more trust than endless explanations. Because sometimes, the most useful thing you can do for someone you love is to listen. Most people think Socrates' filters are just about how you talk to others. But what about the voice inside your own mind? The one that never shuts off. The one that judges, compares, criticizes. You say things to yourself you'd never say to a friend. You're behind. You always mess this up. You're not enough. Now ask yourself, are those thoughts true? Are they good? Are they even useful? If not, why do we keep rehearsing them? If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, don't say it to yourself. This is where the true journey begins, not a journey across mountains or oceans, but back to the beginning, to the part of you that speaks with kindness and clarity. Because self-improvement doesn't start with goals. It starts with language. The words you choose, even in silence, shape the world you live in. Socrates didn't just teach philosophy. He taught focus. Focus on what's true. Focus on what lifts. Focus on what matters. And when your inner voice speaks from that place, that's not weakness. That's mastery. If this moment reminded you of who you are and who you still wish to become, then maybe it's time to go back to the beginning, not of civilization, but of you. Subscribe to Timeless Mind by Nikolaos. Each week, we return to ancient wisdom to reset, reflect, and rise with clarity. This is your space, your philosophy, your voice, remembered. You don't have to speak the loudest. You don't have to post the most. You don't have to react to everything. You can become the gatekeeper of your own words. You can choose when to speak and when silence is stronger, because the people around you will start to notice. You don't spread rumors. You don't stir drama. You don't feed the fire. And that doesn't make you cold. That makes you rare. That makes you powerful. That's the beginning of real peace. This isn't just about communication. It's about reputation. It's about energy. It's about peace of mind. When you live by these filters, you become predictable in the best way. People come to you for honesty, not drama, for support, not spectacle. You become someone whose silence holds more weight than another person's entire argument. And over time, your words stop chasing approval and start shaping reality. We live in a world that worships volume, louder voices, bigger platforms, hotter takes. But Socrates wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. He didn't chase attention. And yet, 2,000 years later, we're still quoting him. So ask yourself, are you trying to become someone else's idea of success? Are you chasing your idol or becoming your own? The moment you stop imitating is the moment you start thinking. Because the real power isn't in having all the answers, it's in asking the right questions. Socrates taught by challenging certainty, by peeling back ego, by choosing curiosity over control. And you can do the same in your conversations, your conflicts, your inner monologue. When your words come from truth, when your intent is clean, when your message has purpose, you don't just sound wise, you become wise. So before your next message, before your next post, before your next reaction, pause, not because you're afraid, but because you respect your voice enough to use it with care. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this good? Is this useful? These aren't restrictions. They're reminders. Reminders that your words create ripples long after you've spoken. Because in a world obsessed with talking, Socrates left us a different legacy. He showed us that restraint is a form of strength, that silence can be sacred, that truth doesn't need volume, only courage. And when you speak with clarity, kindness, and intention, you don't just protect others, you protect yourself. The triple filter isn't about saying less, it's about saying what matters.